Hello, and welcome to another loaf funny stream. Even though it's not funny, it's a horror game. All right, I played it all the way back in Halloween time, the spooky time. But I'm gonna try and finish it today because I don't think it's like that long. Well, at least I hope so. I played, I think like 2 episodes, maybe 3. I don't remember. I think like the last thing I remember is that bully doesn't like the second episode disappeared after he bullied me in the forest. Also, hello Darth Chaos, how you doing? Hope you're doing well as well. Let me go to the live scene real quick. There we go, Tiny Bunny, even though I can't see my cursor. Of course, this is a problem with the game. If I go, hold on. If I go windowed mode, I can see my mouse. But if I do full screen, it's just gone. The mouse is gone and I can't see anything unless I go over and look at my OBS so I can actually see the thing. So what is the first thing to do is like this. Of course I can always remove the voice because I think it's like Russian dubbed, or they talk in Russian. But it's fine. Yeah, right here. On October 23rd. Yeah, the bully, not this one, right here, holding the mask, is gone. Under, unexplained circumstances. My god, we just started. Okay. He's the one who hated Babarin. Yeah, he's right here. Attention, child missing. Simeon Babarin. You think he did it? The kids saying. I heard he's a weirdo. Also, they're whispering in my ears. I hurriedly rubbed my glasses. The glasses! Simeon was clutching them in his fist while he was getting beat up. When I was getting beat up, okay. And in just a couple of hours, this lost item was laying on the ledge of my window. Also, thank you for reminding me. So at the nighttime, something gave me the glasses. I opened the windows, and there they are. The glasses that were stolen. It was hard to imagine that Sioma suddenly got guilty conscious and returned my glasses in such a strange way. I was shocked but kept walking toward the classroom, accompanied by nasty whispers all around me. That photo still stood before my eyes. Simeon has gone missing. Simeon is gone. Wasn't that what I wished for? It was. Also, I'm missing some things. His fat fingers will never get to my throat. His signet ring won't smash into my shin. He'll never humiliate me again. Humiliate me. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is what I wished for. On the other hand, did I really wish Simeon... Okay, let me remove my cursor so I can just start with enter instead. Did I really wish Simeon to become a murky stain on the notice board? He was still someone's son or a grandson, and he went through the same struggle as me. Did I really wish for my unseen companion to dispatch him in such brutal fashion? I don't know the answer. Or I was just scared of it. Nonetheless, school still had something nice about it. Polina, the girl who was laughing when the dog got kicked. Flashback, please. I know I can't see, but I'm seeing it. Also, was like a mountain spring, like well water that you gulp down, pressing your lip against the zinc outer ring of a bucket. I can't even get enough. Wait, I'm getting thirsty. Hold on. What if I make her one of the characters in the story I'll draw? The protagonist will save her from terrifying monsters. Okay, good. I love water. Oh! The other two bullies are right there. I can see them. As soon as I thought of monsters, a bunch of my classmates slipped down the rails, smirking like xenomorphs from the Alien. I immediately felt larva of fear wreathed in my stomach. I didn't want to cross paths with Ramka and Biasha after what happened yesterday, especially since Simeon suddenly went missing. She's gone. Alright. Then room 204. I entered the classroom and went towards the last row. All the chatter suddenly died down, so I walked in there in complete silence. It felt like my classmates pushed and poked me with their stares. They carefully observed every move, or my every move. They looked at me with a mortifying mix of pity, ridicule, and derision, like a scientist looks at an ugly representative of a newfound species of worms. I stared at the desk with a huge pile of library textbooks on top, my fists clenched. It felt like I was the only one who disappeared in that snowy forest, and my desk was finally used for something worthwhile. Simeon's empty chair stood in front of me. The chair that once belonged to Vova gathered dust somewhere in another classroom. Can I do anything else? No, I can only sit down. Oh, I can look at things. Okay, hold on. I need to interact with everything before I actually proceed. Hold on. I was rubbing my eyes. Okay, I'm gonna start top to bottom. I looked at the portraits of classical writers. My eyes opened on Essenen photo. Last year, I was tasked with learning any poem, and Dad suggested I learn one with Dog Jim, written by Essenen. I don't remember all the stanzas by now. The last one was somehow deeply ingrained in my memory. I'm sure she'll come here in my absence. Please catch her eye. Go kiss her hand for me. For all my real or fancied error asking, forgiveness of her humility. Alright. Thank you for giving me a piece of poem. An old cheap slide projector. It's called a tank because it looks like one. There was a time when I had a tool of cool fairy tales when we used to watch with Dad in complete darkness. I remember Little Raccoon and One Who Sits in the Pod, Kipling's Mowgli, and many others. I immediately swept away by the memory of projector's hum, of its hot casing and its bright rays hitting the wall, turning into a screen. It's a pity that the school slides were mostly about minerals and PSAs. Is that only 3 in the book right here? Oh. Every boy my age had something like this in his arsenal. Powder firecrackers that blow up with a very loud sound. Why would you have that in school just sitting right there? Especially inside the archway. It is said that they're produced in China and that the single one of them can blow your finger off if you let it up and clutch it in your hand. Especially the black Corsair type. They won't be enough to blow up plastic soldiers, but when it comes to stuff made of plaster, they should work. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna sit down. After a moment of hesitation, I sat down with a Bourbon's disc, the place where I was supposed to be assigned by Lilia Pavlova at first. The chatter resumed, as if someone just unpaused the movie.
Бабушка Бабурина такой кипиш устроила, когда он домой не явился.
Baburin's grandma made such a fuss when he didn't return home.
Сначала в школу прибежала, потом ментов вызвала.
First, she ran to school and then called the cops.
Да-да-да.
Yes. Alright. Oh my god, not the gossip again. Okay, Katya snuck a cunning glance at me and leaned into her neighbor and whispered something. Girls from the second row also leaned in. She shared something with them too. Whispers, nods. I kept catching her stare on myself. Her neighbors stared too. The whole class was watching me. It was like they felt the need to watch me because they were searching for traces of blood on my fingers. I wanted to defend myself and shout, "Guys, listen, I'm innocent." Oh my god. The delinquents turned around and stared at me in silence. Alright. Their looks were dripping with malice. But why? What did I do to them? Their friend went missing and they're still focused on me? Suddenly I noticed Piasha drilling a hole in my nose with his eyes. I felt like he was about to point his finger at me and shout at the top of his lungs, "Everyone look! Baburin snatched his glasses yesterday and now he has them back! Murder!" But he remained silent, as if there was nothing special about my glasses. I may be going mad, but I think Piasha knows something. He knows something, but he won't tell me what. As if looking for protection. I clutch the ruler until my hand hurts.
Не надо быть Коломбо, чтобы догадаться.
You don't have to be Columbo to solve this. Also, I don't have to look up the definition. Columbo is like a detective or something. I know that name. I heard it before. Yee. Right? Okay, an American crime drama television series starring Peter Falk as Columbo, a homicide detective with Los Angeles Police Department. Yeah, I know. He's a very well-known detective for some reason. Was he that good? I don't know.
Кто на Бабурина зуб имел?
Who held a grudge against Baburin?
Кто его вчера ударил? Поиздевался, а после...
Who hit him yesterday, bullied him, and then... The metal ruler fell at my weak fingers, and it hit the floor with a jingle that made the other kids shudder. Katya bit her tongue and squirmed nervously. Chairs scraped against the floor, but classmates moved away from me, closer to the exit, towards the teacher's desk. I was not the only one to catch wind of that change. Ramka and Piasha looked around and winced in contempt. Too bad they were afraid of me like everybody else.
Да прикуси ты!
Shut it! I might have clicked something that is not what I wanted to do. Okay, there we go.
Бабурин, небось, с бабкой посрался и сдымился.
I betcha Bourbon just got a whooping from his old hag and ran off.
Скоро найдется.
They'll find him soon.
Найдется, ага.
They'll find him alright.
Во враге, со вспоротым брюхом.
In a ravine with his stomach cut open. Okay, you know that's not true. So why are you scared? Oh my god. Imagine Samya on a snowy blanket, his face white like a fish billy, split down in the middle by a severus crevice? Okay, crevice of his mouth. Snowflakes falling on his glassy eyes and filling up his stomach. See? I almost hear his condescending tone. It's all your fault. But why was Simeon the only one who gets his just dessert of bullying me? Weren't all of them supposed to disappear? Ramka, Piasha, Katya, along with everyone or every laughing onlooker. Of course, Simeon did me a favor by disappearing. Thanks to him, my classmates now stared at me in awe. But that was the only one side of the coin. What if he'll repay that favor soon? The door cracked. Polina entered the classroom. I straightened up in a hurry so she wouldn't see me looking like a scared critter. Polina went to her seat without looking at me. Alright. The ring control announced the start of the class.
Так, заканчиваем бардак. Дети, встаньте.
Alright, stop messing around, class, stand up.
Петров, тебя это тоже касается.
You too, Petrov. Oh no. The police are here. Okay, Lilia Pavlovna went to her desk, followed by a policeman in uniform. It was the man that visited us just recently, tall, and he stares so sharp you can get cut on it.
Здрасте.
Hello there, kids.
Здравствуйте!
Hi.
Садитесь.
You can sit down, kids. Jorm's Wayne? Why do you say 1 and 8 at the same time? Hello, how you doing? Thank you for the follow. Pretty much appreciated. Preparing for episode 5? Wait a second, this is episode 3, right? Is this episode 3? I don't know. Let me save. Let me see. Does it say somewhere that what episode I'm in? No. So I think this is like episode 3, maybe. Yeah. I'm gonna save there just in case. Oh, episode 5 comes out in 10 days. Wait a second. Did you talk about Dispatch? What are you talking about? Is it in this game? Is there like an episode here, or you're talking about Dispatch, or is it like a game? What episode in what game? I'm confused. What game are you talking about? I'm intrigued and confused. Tiny Bunny? Oh. Well, I still haven't finished episode 3, so I I didn't know it was like not finished game. But I'm looking forward to this game. It's like very interesting game. I love it. I didn't play it for a while, but I thought it was already finished. In any case, have a good game. Thank you, thank you. I love the premise. I love the Russian thing. I'm like learning Russian as I'm playing, so it's like a learning and game at the same time. Which is my favorite type of game learning thing.
Познакомьтесь, это старший лейтенант Константин Владимирович Тихонов.
Alright, this is Senior Lieutenant Konstantin. Yes, I'm from Russia. Well, hello from Russia, I guess. How you doing?
Он задаст вам несколько вопросов и проведет небольшую лекцию по безопасности.
He's going to ask you a couple of questions and give you a small PSA. But how's the weather there? Is it cold? Not that I'm making a joke, because it's actually cold all over. It's winter time.
Лучше лекция от милиционера, чем уроки. Уроки не будет здорово! Ура!
The class lifted up. Talking to a policeman was way better than studying. Okay, let's just say when you get to episode 5, the game will take about a month to complete to get all the endings. Really? Alright. Officially, there will be 20 of them. God damn! That's a lot of endings. Let's hold on. Let me allow that. That's not even a... Wait, hold on. That's not even a square. What does JFC mean to begin with? Hello, Charm. Oh, so Jesus fucking Christ. They just want to blur it, even though it's like the abbreviation of the word. Alright. Alright, Automod, you're doing a good job, but at the same time, you're actually stopping people from talking, which is not good. Alright, I'm looking forward to finishing the game in a month, even though I was sitting on this one for a while, because if you can see the time here... Game? Wait, hold on. If you can see here... Yeah, I stopped playing on October 23rd, and now I'm back. It is November 26th. It's been like a month since I played this game. But okay, of course. Fortnite down? What? Oh, you mean the servers? Also, hello, Spyco. Is it like an update, or is it just down? Alright, I, on the other hand, was ready to sit through hundreds of hours of Russian literature and just escape Lieutenant Oppressive Stare. I think he's staring right at me, actually. His brown eyes felt around the classroom looking for me. Hair stood on the back of my neck, and an icicle had lodged in my gut.
А правда, что Бабурина маньяк убил?
Is it true that Baburin got killed by a serial killer?
Екатерина, ну-ка цыц. Вопросы здесь взрослые задают.
Shush, Ekaterina, let the adults ask questions here.
Просто нам всем страшно.
We're all scared.
Может, убийца бродит где-то рядом?
Maybe the killer's somewhere close.
Или сидит у нас за спиной?
Maybe they're even sitting among us. Among us? I recommend you transfer your game saves until December 5th. When you complete all 4 episodes, it is possible that saves are deleted after updating the game. Oh, don't worry. I keep a save copy of my saves, like all the games. Before, like, I do an update, I just like save them just in case. So don't worry. Her sly stare was directed at me. Tekhanov stepped in between rows of desks and started walking at an okay, I'm not gonna say it. Slow pace, brushing his fingers against the chairs as he passed by. Some students almost broke their necks following his movements. That's how a crowd of commoners would gleefully anticipate a public execution in the Middle Ages. Oh no, he's getting closer. And he just walks, getting closer and closer to me. I gritted my teeth and stopped myself from screaming. Calm down, breathe. You didn't kill or kidnap anyone. Then why do you act like you did? You're making yourself suspicious. He already knew the answer to his question, but the policeman still asked in a stern voice.
Петров Антон?
Yes.
Да.
Встань, Петров.
Stand up, Petrov. My muscles turned to stone. I got up. I unglued myself from the chair, and it felt like I could hear all my joints creak in the process. I only wish that Polina wouldn't turn around and see the grimace of horror on my face. If only I could be somewhere far away in the forest, digging myself into a snow pile, rolling up into a ball there. The officer stared at me as if he was about to lock a pair of handcuffs on my wrists. I wondered how cold these bracelets are in the touch. I imagined myself getting jailed and put into juvenile detention center where tens of simians would constantly harass me.
Я ничего не знаю. Я тут ни при чем.
Okay, he's digging himself deep. You should have said, I want to talk to my lawyer. This is the only one that works. I don't know anything. I have nothing to do with this.
А тебя никто и не обвиняет.
Exactly. Nobody is accusing you of anything.
Пока что.
For now. Oh, he dropped... Wait. Oh, wait a damn second. Only I noticed the file said case number in his hand had a gray cover made from rough carton. It flopped into my desk like a guillotine blade that slit down someone's neck. Also, you're a little too detailed for a kid that knows a little bit about killing. Oh, with a measured motion. Tekhanov opened the file, still studying me with his gaze. I got a glimpse of documents and photos. They showed prints in the snow. They looked like animal prints.
Ты с Семеном Бабуриным общался?
Have you talked to Simeon Baburin before?
Я знал его всего одну неделю.
I only knew him for a week.
Все знают, Петров его ненавидел.
Everyone knows that Petrov hated him. I turned red. You ugly bitch. Alright, you don't have to go there. Calm down. I want to stick my teeth into Katya's face and chew out her cheek. Alright, which cheek are you talking about? Instead, I replied with the calmest voice I could muster.
Мы повздорили вчера.
We had a fight yesterday,
Но он первый начал.
but he started it,
Я его ударил.
so I hit him.
Сильно?
How hard did you hit him?
Да нет, так.
Not that hard, I mean. I waved my hand indecisively. Okay, taking a look at my fist as if he was surprised that I managed to hit a big kid from the photo. Surprisingly, Lilia Pavlova came to my rescue.
Бабурин проблемный подросток. С шилом кое-где.
Thank you, teacher. Thank you. Thank you so much. Baburin is a troubled teen, a true pain in the rear. Oh no. Officer replied with a meaningful nod that fished out of the notebook out of the file. Oh.
Это твое?
Это твое. Is this yours? Alright. I think это is like this. And твое is yours. Man, I'm learning. Slowly. Averted my gaze. It was the math notebook with my name on it. My classmates devoured me greedily with their eyes. It felt like even the writers on the portrait squinted at me in suspicion. Yeah, because we had a fight and he emptied my backpack. That's what happened.
Моё.
Yes,
В лесу нашли.
we found it in the forest.
Там же тракторист, что снег убирал в последний раз, видел Бабурина.
In the area where the tractor driver, algebra, math. Yeah, it's algebra and math at the same time. Okay, who was plowing snow there. Last saw Baburin. I started blinking in bewilderment. Rumka ransacked my school bag. This notebook probably got lost somewhere in the bushes. The lieutenant knew about the school brawl, but he was aware of the fight in the forest clearing. I had witness that could testify to Simeon and I walking in different direction after that. Yeah, we have the girl that we met. She was there. I looked towards the boys, hopeful. Rumka, who was sat behind Tikhonov, put a finger in his lips. When the officer quickly turned around, he was pretending to pick his nose. Oh, he's telling me like to shut up. He's like, shh, don't tell him. At the cyber's signal, boys like Rumka would probably say something like, snitches get stitches in a situation like this. I frantically fixed my glasses. Wait. Simeon took them away yesterday, but now they're...
Так что ты делал вчера в лесу, Антон?
So what were you doing in the forest yesterday, Anton?
Я в школу через лес хожу.
I go to school through the forest.
Могла выпасть легко.
It could have easily fallen out of my bag. Easily, just like me producing this half-truth. Oh.
Будь осторожнее.
Be careful out there. Before I could realize whether it was a genuine piece of advice or a veiled threat, the teacher said,
Класс. А сейчас лейтенант расскажет о правилах, которые вам необходимо соблюдать.
Okay, class, the officer will now tell you about some rules you should follow.
Так маньяк все-таки есть.
Shut up. Shut up, Katya, for reals. So the killer does exist.
Пока мы ничего вам сказать не можем.
We can't make enough of this public for now.
Но есть преступник или нет, вы должны четко помнить о собственной безопасности.
Whether the criminal really exists or not, you should be mindful of your safety.
Вас бережет милиция. Вас опекают родители и учителя. Но в первую очередь защищать себя должны вы сами.
The police, your parents, and your teachers all watch over you, but one guard you better be, or better than yourself.
Итак, кто там что хотел узнать?
Alright, any questions? A saccade of arms rose from the
У
desk.
вас оружие с собой? А покажите пистолет. А покажите, пожалуйста.
They get,
Охрану у школы выставят.
they get shot of each other, swarming the policemen with questions. In an attempt to calm down the chorus, he moved towards the blackboard. The gray file was left lying in front of me. I stared at it. My breathing was so ragged that I might have looked like someone who just ran a 100-meter sprint. Beads of sweat rolled down my back.
Ясно.
It's better to save before such mini games. I will. There's like no options still. The kids are asking to see
Так.
the weapons, as if Tarkov wasn't enough for them. Yes. The game. Hold on, let me... I want to save only when there's, like, options. I don't want to, like, just save every 2 seconds. I looked around the classroom. My classmates were catching officers' every word. Ollie Romka was saying something to Biasha. Lilia Pavlova was staring into the window, fighting back yawns.
Объявлять комендантский час, причин пока нет.
Alright. There is an option here. It's not a mini game, it's just like options. Who's walking? Alright. Oh, he is. Oh! So maybe if he's like way over there, I can open the book or something? Oh, did he just teleport? Hold on. Oh! Nobody paid me any mind, so I slowly opened the file. So he looked away and I was like, boop! I opened it quickly. I didn't know it was like a mini game. Nice. Let's go. Okay, I was a little too quick. Okay, any mind, so I slowly opened the file. My fingers started sifting through the documents. Ksenia Talalaeva, 60 years old. Left her home sometime in December, identifying features. Okay. My heart almost jumped. From my ribcage, a round-faced girl, no older than Alia, smiled at me from the photo. The first victim of the serial killer? The first child to disappear from the forest without a trace? I turned another page. Vladimir Matyukin. Sorry, I said that wrong. 10 years old. Vova was the second. His mittens hanging from the branch. His name. Called out by desperate adults and repeated by a sneering echo. Lilia Pavlova coughed, trying to calm down the rowdy students. I yanked my hand away, and the file closed.
Теперь поговорим о диких животных.
Oh, so I don't have
Как
to open it
известно, в
again?
наших лицах водятся волки, медведи, лисы.
Can I read more?
Людей они боятся и близко не подходят.
The officer turned his back to the class and started writing on the blackboard with a piece of chalk, producing nasty sneering sounds.
Не, зна,
Strain,
ком,
jurors.
ци. В деревне почти все друг друга знают в лицо. Так что чужаков обычно сразу замечают.
Almost everybody knows each other in this village, so outsiders normally stand out.
Увидев незнакомца,
If you see a stranger. Alright. Thank God. Okay, we can read more. The officer started squeaking with a piece of chalk again, and I, after making sure nobody was watching me, opened the file and took out the photos that were hidden at the bottom. They reminded me of snapshots from the strange TV reports. Only instead of the crosses on the white background, there was crooked Roman trees. The R-tree-like roots, stumps, and charred pines cut down by lightning. And snow, lots of snow. Ah, a black building that immediately gave me the chills, yet it wasn't crypt. It was a garage. Ooh, spooky. A box made of steel, standing amidst the thicket, judging by the trees all around it. There was something that I didn't read, so I'm gonna do this. Those black gates were almost sucking me in. Alright, I shouldn't say that loud. Oh, where's the thing? My fingers trembled, and the photo glided through the air into the file. Revealing more secrets? Let's go. Thank God, it landed upside down. That seal box, it was too unsettling to look at. There's also a plastic bag at the bottom of the file. The type used to store evidence. I opened it. What? You fucking piece of shit. You're gonna get your DNA in there. They're gonna think it's you. Never open something like that. And inside it. Oh no! It's his finger! And you touch it with your hand! You fucking piece of shit. Alright. We're tampering with evidence. We need at least to go like, 3 years. It's I think it's a felony or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's, I think it's called tampering with evidence. Why did we hold it? Alright. And now for sure they have my fingerprints on the finger. Like 100%. Oh! Oh! Thank you. It's just a ring. I blinked and the mirage dissolved. I couldn't see the cut off body part. There was only the signet ring inside. Stunned by the fleeting hallucination. It almost felt like I transported back into the forest and I heard Simeon's words.
Ща, парашник, я тебе этой печаткой так заряжу.
I'll hit your faggot face so fucking hard. Yeah, also the last episode, there was like the word count. Faggot was like the top said word. The ring was giving off a faint glow on top of my palm. I panicked and squeezed the evidence into my fist. Thank you. I was trying to assure myself it was real. Oh! Shit! I clanked my teeth from surprise, pushed myself into the back of the chair, blinking in bewilderment. The officer suddenly gathered the document and gave me a stern look.
Больно ты любопытный, Петров.
Well, aren't you a curious boy, Petrov? Well, fuck. Well, shit. We're in trouble. I tried to squeeze, the best to squeeze out an apology and return the ring, but I only managed to hold out a clenched fist with the ring inside and started rumbling like Dad's car engine when it started cold. Alright.
Как говорится...
You know what they say? Is the cat, or the curiosity kill the cat?
Меньше знаешь,
Oh.
крепче спишь.
Ignorance is a bliss.
Вот.
He went towards the blackboard without looking back, while I was still clenching the stolen piece of evidence. Thinking about Simeon. A boy that was already most likely dead.
И еще раз.
Let me say this again.
Если вы заметите в поселке кого-то подозрительного, неважно, возле школы или на лесной тропинке, сразу сообщайте в милицию.
If you see anyone suspicious in the village, be it near the school or the forest trail, contact the police immediately.
Телефон-то знаете?
You know our number, right? 02.
Спасибо, ребята.
Thank you for listening, boys and girls.
Спасибо, Лилия Павловна.
Thank you, Lilia Pavlovna.
И это... Одноклассника вашего мы найдем.
And we'll find your classmates. Yeah, right. A thought flashed through my mind. Dig through enough ditches, and maybe you'll be able to find a piece of him together. Like Legos. What are we, Dexter now? My thoughts turned evil for some reason. I couldn't control them. I tried to switch to the lieutenant's speech about suspicious individuals. What if I saw the color before? What if I was a hair's breadth away from them? Suspicious people. How suspicious was the fox girl that wandered in the darkness? A weirdo that always appears out of nowhere and then dissolves into thin air with her riddles and rhymes. Could she really harm the hulking Simeon? Should I tell the officer about her? What if lives of other kids depend on this? Of a cute Xenia and Vova too? Wait, what if I get mocked for speaking out? What if they'll start whispering behind my back, or even worse, they think I'm insane? Robka gave me a stern look over the shoulder. I thought someone like him would approve of cooperating with police. Katya's braid dangled nervously behind a delinquent sitting in front of me. My hand was glued to the desk.
До свидания, лейтенант.
Chekhanov was saying goodbye to Lydia Pavlovna. He was about to leave. It'll be too late soon. Alright. Fuck you, game. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm sorry, but come on. The minigame is now has new achievements, but it's unknown whether they are working now. I don't think they're working. But it's fine. I'm just gonna go with silent then. I don't want to tell him and be like, oh, there was a furry person who's helping me. They're gonna call me a faggot again. And I'm not gonna live. No way. I have enough. Okay, I had enough humiliation. Humiliation. Thank you, mouth. I'll keep my head down like a bunny. I'll lock my fingers and zip my mouth. The bell rang, but he was leaving. If I was like, officer, there was a furry person who I met and walked down the path with, and he disappeared. You're gonna be like, okay, you're going down. He's gonna like shoot me on the spot. Lilia Pavlova passed by, looking my way. Polina left after her. My classmates went silent for the same time, as if someone muted the sound on a TV. They followed me with their eyes the whole time I was passing between the rows. Speaking of achievements, at the time of episode 4, there were 43 of them, and now there are already 100 on Steam hidden achievements. God damn! That's a lot of achievements. Judgmental looks, felt like I was in the scopes of many sniper rifles. I squeezed through the barricade of desks, looking for Polina. Oh no. But I stumbled into my new buddies instead. The Dio-looking one. Ronka swaggered up to me.
Решил сдать нас ментам?
Decided to rat us to the cops?
Но я ничего не сказал.
I didn't say anything.
Да то подумал на.
But sure as fuck thought about it, eh? Ronka towered over me, breathing out a faint smell of tobacco.
Ты сильно ошибаешься, думая, что без Сёмы у тебя настанут веселые деньки.
You're very wrong if you think that without Sioma you'll have a better time here.
Мы тебя сосвету живем, понял?
I'll make this place hell for you, got it?
До скорого, очкарик.
See you, Four Eyes. My head tilted forward from his slap. God damn, my head.
Вот да лохна.
What a loser. I wasn't surprised to find a note stuck to my back during the break. It said, "Kick me." My nightmare clearly wasn't about to end. A manga about these two was announced. I hope it will appear on Steam later. The manga is large, 150 pages long. Well, you do sound like a very, what's it called? A tiny bunny fan. I didn't know they had a comic game or comic thing. I thought that was the only game. It's been 7 days since the lieutenant visited our class. At first glance, everything was still the same. The forest still held out gnarly claws toward the village, and the wind whipped up white flags weaved from powdery snow every night. When my parents argued in the other room, I would turn up the TV's volume to silence their muffled voices and sit close to Olya. I didn't predict the manga? What do you mean you didn't predict? Did you not read the manga, or you're just knew of the existence of it? Okay, Vova's and Simeon's photo were still 2 black spots on the notice board. Round-faced Senya hasn't returned home too. But something did change. I could see how different the looks of my classmates were. They met me with the new portion of pokes and insults, contempt, mockery, and loneliness became my faithful companion. But most importantly, a shadow slid across my desk, leaving behind a mysterious note. I glanced into the space between rows, but the messenger was already nowhere to be found. Who sent me this note? What could this carefully ripped out and neatly folded piece of paper be hiding from me? More threats and humiliation, I think. Or I took the piece of paper and carefully inhaled the wafting aroma. Blackberry. Inside was a message in a beautiful handwriting. I'm waiting at the dead end near the dressing room. Come alone. Chat, are we about to score? Just kidding. Drunk on that sudden call, I immediately start walking, looking over my shoulder time to time, making sure nobody is following me. Even though I suspected it could be another trap set by Romka and Biasha at first, this buzzing thoughts soon left my mind. The two of them didn't have enough combined brain power to fake up Polina's note so carefully. I didn't even notice how I almost broke into a run and jumped around the corner. As soon as I did that, I ran into somebody inside a dark nook.
Ой!
Ow! Like a magic bird, a green notebook glided to my feet. Polina puffed her cheek in exaggerated anger.
Петров! Да ты совсем зрение потерял.
Petrov, you lost your sight completely? I fixed my glasses. My nearsightedness wasn't that embarrassing anymore. I bent down and picked up the notebook.
Прости, я так торопился. Ты меня ждала? Что случилось?
Sorry, I was in a rush. Were you waiting for me? Did something happen? Polina studied me with her eyes and clicked her tongue.
А знаешь, на что ты похож, Антоша?
Do you know what you look like, Antosha?
На блюзовую импровизацию.
Like blues improv. I blinked in bewilderment.
Это как?
What do you mean?
Для меня все люди с чем-то ассоциируются.
I always associate people I know with something.
И для меня. Но не с музыкой же.
I know that too, but why music?
Вот как раз с музыкой.
It can't be anything other than music.
Бывают люди гитарные соло. Или барабанный бой. Или военный марш, как наша Лилия Павловна.
Okay, some people are like guitar solos, some are drums, people like Lilia Pavlovna are war marches.
А ты такой задумчивый, таинственный, иногда немного печальный.
And you're just thoughtful, so mysterious, sometimes even a bit sad.
Ты точно блюз.
You're definitely blues.
А почему импровизация?
What about the improv part?
А это когда слушатель не догадывается, куда свернет мелодия, какой темп возьмет.
It's when the listener has no idea where the melody will go, what tempo it will adopt. Of course, some of the things Polina said went completely over my head, but I couldn't stop smiling or looking at her smile. Light like a breeze in May, and her eyes deep and blue.
Чтобы распознать в тебе музыку, нужен опыт и вкус.
One needs to have experience and taste to recognize the music in you.
Это не какая-то там эстрада.
You're not some pop music.
Я, наверное, вообще не знаю, что такое этот блюз.
I don't think I even know what blues is. Just kidding. Polina gasped and frowned, which made her look even more beautiful. They should have, they should have hired me for the voice acting. Just kidding.
Не произноси при мне такие слова. Я тебе обязательно дам кассету.
Don't say something like that to my face. I'll make sure to give you a cassette.
Раньше мне дедушка из города столько музыки привозил. И джаз, и свинг, и классику.
Grandpa used to bring me so much music from the city, jazz, swing, and classical too.
Это он подметил, что у меня склад ума, как у музыканта.
He was the one to notice my musical mindset.
Я еще совсем маленькой пыталась на бумаге записать звуки природы. Пение дождя, леса.
Why am I getting like a lore drop, like her lore drop for some reason? When I was still very little, I tried recording the sounds of nature on paper, the sounds of the rain and the forest.
Эх, мне бы твои уши.
I wish I had ears like yours.
А мне бы твои глаза.
And I'd like to have your eyes. I tensed up, worried that she was making fun of me, but Polina shook her head.
Да-да, я серьезно. У тебя глаза художника.
No, I'm serious. You have the eyes of an artist.
Смотришь на вещи и фиксируешь их. Я так не умею.
You're so good at picturing things. I can't do that. Katya walked past us in her trademark frosty glare. We dove into the shadows, trying to escape it.
Теперь понимаешь, почему мы тут прячемся? Вот из-за таких, как она.
You understand why we're hiding here, right? Because of people like her.
А Катька какая мелодия?
Oh, what kind of melody is Katya? Polina flashed at me in a sly smile.
Скрип несмазанных дверных петель.
And the squeaking sound of unoiled door hinges.
Знаешь,
In other
такой
words, a
мерзкий дискант.
bitch. Just kidding. You know, this nasty discount. I giggled, covering my mouth. Katya didn't hear our whispers, but she suddenly glanced over my shoulders, clearly annoyed. A moment later, she sighed and went her way. I remembered about the notebook that was clenching in my hand. I turned it in my hands. Instead of subject name, the front side had the name of the owner with 2 words. Friends only.
Любопытной Варваре кое-что оторвали.
Curiosity killed the cat, you know. I thought that was what the police officer was gonna say, but she said it.
Прости, это анкета?
I'm sorry, is this a questionnaire?
Заполнял когда-нибудь?
Have you ever filled one?
Угу.
Yep. I lied that I had. In reality, girls' classmates from my previous school had never asked me to fill their questionnaire. It was quite upsetting. I mean, it was a girl hobby. You just like answer a set of standard questions about your favorite actors and colors, but entrusting someone with such a notebook was a sign of friendship. Maybe if something went even more, something I only had a vague idea about.
Хочешь, заполни мою?
You can fill in mine if you want. My heartbeat quickened.
Хочу, спасибо.
I do, thank you.
А хотя... Там же столько секретов.
Actually, there are so many secrets there.
Наверное, лучше тебе не знать, о чем мы, девочки, думаем.
You're better off knowing what we girls think. She reached for the notebook, playing with me. I tossed my findings into my free hand. Polina tried to intercept my move. Dude, this is getting, what's it called? Like a dating sim here. Instead of like me being the scared and knowing what the fuck is going on. Her hair briefly touched my face, tickling my nose with its icy or slightly locks. I sensed an aroma that immediately filled my whole world. Fragrant, alluring, lively. If only I could picture it, steal it for myself. I felt dizzy, but I gathered myself and spoke in a voice reminiscent of Lieutenant Tikhonov.
Ваша анкета является важнейшей уликой, и я вынужден временно изъять ее для изучения.
Your questionnaire is an important piece of evidence, and I'm afraid I have to confiscate it for further examination. Polina covered her mouth that rounded in fake horror.
И что мне грозит за сокрытие улик?
What are the implications of concealing evidence?
Следствие покажет.
We'll decide that in the course of our investigation. Also, me saying that while I still have the ring, very bad.
Сдаюсь, товарищ милиционер.
I surrender, Mr. Policeman.
Только обещайте ничего не читать.
Just promise you won't read anything.
Здесь содержатся секретные сведения.
It's all sensitive information.
Боюсь, что мне все-таки придется выяснить, не влюблен ли кто в гражданина Петрова.
I'm afraid we'll have to investigate further. Someone in love with Mr. Petrov. Okay, alright. I know it was funny, but not this much. Polina burst out laughing and pressed herself against my chest, showing me the aroma of her hair and her milky skin that looked almost transparent, with tiny threads of veins running under it. Her whimper was hot, like a piece of butter sizzling on a pan.
Тогда поклянитесь, что не станете разглашать информацию.
Then swear that you will keep this information private.
Честная милицейская.
Swear on my policeman.
А теперь, Антоша, самое время поторопиться.
And now we need to hurry, Antosha. I took the notebook during the class. Oh, it's like a minigame? Am I gonna actually do something here instead of just reading? So let's save. Okay, I skimmed through it, reading into other people's preferences. No, this is not a minigame? Okay. Oh, so we're just reading? I thought it was gonna be like, actual things. I was surprised to discover Romka's jerky handwriting inside. Okay, favorite hanging out, buying a BMW, don't trust, don't fret, don't ask. DuckTales and Biasha. His letter bulged out of the cells as if embarrassed by their shapelessness. Fearsome Romka found time for something so silly? I chuckled into my fist after I found out that Romka's favorite cartoon was not even Darkwing Duck, but DuckTales. Somewhere in the distance, a teacher was reciting a piece of Adri's Snapper. I paid them no mind. Alright. Plinia's page was decorated with flower drawings and clippings from Cool Girl magazine. Her favorite musician was Schubert. Her best friend was her grandpa. Her hobby was not violin, like I expected. It was more mysterious, listening. Can such a mundane process really be someone's hobby? I looked at Polina over the hands of the other students. She was forced on taking notes. Ah! Oh! Okay, hold on. Your class in, favorite hobby. If only that was on each page. I didn't know what people were doing. Biggest fear. What was your biggest fear? God damn it. I can't go back. Wait, I can't go back. What's your dream? Who's your hero? What's your biggest fear? Alright, I'm gonna just slowly go back to the thing. Since now I know what the questions are. So I can actually know what she's typing. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, his dream is buying a BMW. His hobby's hanging out, maybe, I think. I want to see hers. Her dream is to see the world. We already know that. Losing the people I love. That's a respectable fear. Okay, that's her name. That's the class. I think that's her friend. Her friend's Schubert is like the musician. Oh, let me see. Yeah, what's your favorite music? What's your favorite holiday? Stuff like that. Alright. Anton Petrov, class 6B. Oh, we're gonna write it. It took a long time to decide my favorite musician until the trendy pop band Carman came to mind. The cool dancers on their music videos. Don't tell me they're gonna die in a car accident like all the other ones. Okay, a Russian techno-pop band, most popular in the late 80s and early 90s. Found by Bogdan Titomir and Sergei Lamok. He's mostly remembered by unique dancing performances for writing music themes for Captain Pronin cartoon. Alright. Carman. Favorite holidays? Easy. New Year's. Favorite hobby is drawing. My dream is going to Disneyland, I guess. My hero. My hand moved on its own, writing Dad. Ah. I saw the 2 letters. What if those who read this find my answers laughable and stupid? Well, if your hero is your dad, that's actually normal. What do you mean? I was going to do Spider-Man. Spelling was wrong, but who cares? God damn it. Your biggest fear, huh? I immediately wrote, losing a person who's dear to me. That's what she wrote. Phone number, no secret here. 30395. Favorite cartoon. Ow. Danny Lockhart. Hello, welcome in. What's your favorite cartoon? It's Transformers. Best friend. I hesitated, gnawing the pen at the cap. Your best friend. I read the question out loud. It was easy, but at the same time, very important. To answer that, my sister's name, so I carefully wrote into squares. Olya. Olya, I repeated my sister's name while sneaking out of school. There was a cute, freshly drawn dragon in my notebook that I made to please my beloved sister. Bork. Bork, bork. In this land of darkness and deceit, her support was the only thing that inspired me to keep drawing and stopped me from losing hope in humanity. Refreshing frosty air made my cheeks turn beet red. It was bright outside, and the sun looked like a whole egg yolk. Ow. Who bonked? Who bonked me? Oh, I got bonked, not Bork. Why did you bonk me? Hold on. There we go. Why did I get bonked? I didn't do anything. Alright. I smiled, squinting from the blindness to whiteness. Who cares if I don't have any true friends anymore? I have something more important. Someone who needs my help. Who will never betray me or hurt me. My family is important. Hey, what's a stupid grin? My numb limbs immediately shrank. Yasha was shuffling his feet in the middle of the yard. His boots were restless on the ice.
Я не тяну.
It's not a grin. I tried to go around him, but no avail. Lady Fortune waved me goodbye, disappearing into early twilight. In a hurry, eh?
Немного. Меня папа ждет.
A little bit. Dad is waiting for me.
Я ему тиркну на пейджер, что ты не придешь.
I'll shoot him a pager message if you're not coming. That you're not coming, eh? So the pager is the communication device, right? It's a wireless telecommunication device that receives, displays alphanumeric or voice messages. To send a message to another person, pagers, you had to call a special line, provide the recipient's number or name, and read your message aloud. My eye flinched unwittingly, my skin dampened.
Идем, к тебе дельце есть.
Let's go, eh? We have small business to discuss. I felt chills run all over my body. I didn't like the sound of small business. Those words accompanied by spitting normally had any dark deeds underneath them. Strangers that used to call our old apartment used to say, "Get your old man, we have small business to discuss." Yasha turned around. He looked like an astronaut in this tight hood. If I were to imagine him as a sound, he's definitely a deafening whistle. A signal given by someone who stands watch. To my demise, there was nobody at the backyard. God damn it. Apart from the grim-faced Romka. He stood there, his feet wide open. Or wide apart. Wide open. With his right hand hidden behind his back. Romka's dry lips were tightly pursed. He kept shooting glances at me like he looked around.
Привел на.
There he is.
Вижу.
I can see that.
Ну, здорово, Антоша.
Hello there, Antosha.
Что тебе нужно?
What do you want? God damn it, he's scaring me with the knife again. He looks like a thin, carnivorously shiny blade from his back. A knife that steel butterfly to death that flies towards the victim's heartbeat. I stepped back instinctively and rounded my back into Biasha. Romka's minion pushed me back.
А мы с Бешей хотели узнать,
We wanted to know.
ты не держишь на нас обиду?
Do you have any hard feelings for me or Biasha? Romka started picking on his yellow nail. Look at me with an evil smirk on his face.
Ну, там, в лесу. Мы были немного грубы с тобой.
Well, there in the forest, we kind of roughed you up.
Сам понимаешь, такое у нас воспитание.
It's just our poor upbringing, you know. Why are you explaining yourself? Are you scared?
Да, до вас, городских, далеко.
Yeah, we're not as cultured as you city folk.
Вот порой нас и заносит.
So we get feisty sometimes. I nodded, my eyes glued to the knife. The blade glowed under the setting sun, and Romka's eyes had the same evil glow. God damn it. He steps toward me. His knife traveled inches away from my coat. One movement and steel would cut into the cloth, and if he pushes deeper.
Нам одна птичка напела. Ты опять возле Полины отирался?
A little bird told me that you were snooping about Polina again. I was so scared that it took me a while to remember who Polina was. My brain was malfunctioning. My knees were shaking. Oh, this bitch. Suddenly, our class rep slowly walked up to Romka from behind.
Смотрю, мальчики, вы нашли общий язык.
I see you boys are getting along quite well.
За мной должок, Катька.
I owe you one, Katya.
Ой, не благодари, Ромочка. Я всегда на страже настоящей любви.
Oh, no need to thank me, Ramshka. I'm fighting for true love.
Да-да-да.
God damn it, Katya. I want her to go next, alright? If I have like an option, I want her to disappear, alright? I'll kill you, I swear.
Так, я не слышу. Ты к Полине подходил или нет?
I can't hear you. Were you near Polina or not?
Мы так болтали.
Well, we didn't hang out or anything.
Болтать будешь кишками, когда я тебе брюхо вскрою.
The only thing hanging out here will be your guts when I cut open your stomach. The blade slid across my sleeve with its dull side and reached my collar. The wind made my face cold, but a bead of sweat still trickled from my temple. A switch flipped in my head. It all made sense now. I remembered Romshka constantly sneaking glances at Polina. I remembered his scrawly handwriting on the questionnaire. Why didn't I study it more in depth?
Еще раз замечу рядом с Полинкой, пеняй на себя. Шишкой не отделаешься.
I see near Polina even once, and you won't get away with a simple bump.
Усек?
Got it?
Да,
Yes.
Пшел вон!
No scram. I was probably so hypnotized by the knife that Romka had to repeat his threat.
Вон!
Alright, I'm going. I thought about the cold sharp blade when retreating from the yard. I was asking myself whether I had enough courage to break the promise I made to these bastards. Oh, and we're just home. The aftertaste of horrible water I drank down my meds with lingered in my mouth. My thoughts were focused on Polina. But Romska— Ow! Thank you for the hydrate. It's gonna drink as well. Alright. And the posture check, so I'm gonna sit up instead of laying down. Okay, Romka's Stride was the only thing in my mind.
да, ага, да,
Там ребята учились в школе.
Yep. Hold on.
да-да.
И у них был какой-то праздник, и они там
I wandered around the house feeling intoxicated and nodded to everything my sister said without trying to discern her words. Ollie was talking non-stop, at times lifting her arms and laughing, only to then suddenly go quiet and give Mom's signature's gnarly look.
А,
I acted out of the prison of my own mind, where seething thoughts picked at my brain like harpies, stopping me from coming back to reality. Well, to be precise, she looked like the person Mom turned into when we moved here, with her intimidating posture and her eyebrows directed towards the ceiling.
Ты меня не слушал?
You weren't listening to me, weren't you? She tried spitting these words at me, copying facial expression of the person she spent almost all her free time with. For a moment, I feel like the light Alia exuded all these years waned and wavered in the wind of the prolonged changes. Very soon, my beautiful princess will turn into a dragon that will once guarding her prison tower. That thought was much scarier to me than any other horror sneaking up to me from the future.
Оля, прости,
Sorry, Alia.
ты же не сердишься, правда? Я просто задумался.
I didn't want to make you mad, it's just lost in thought. I looked around the room, my gaze jumping from the one object to another like a hungry beast, trying to find anything that could distract Alia.
А давай в приставку поиграем.
Let's play the console. Alia pouted. There was a spark of interest in her small emerald eyes. The Snow Queen's ice shard inside them started not thawing.
А как же второй джойстик? Не работает же.
And what about the second controller? It's not working.
А папе починить некогда.
And Dad has no time to fix it.
Можем из пистолета пострелять.
We can play the light gun.
Ковбоев или уток. Хочешь?
Do you want to play the cowboy ducks?
Ты лучше меня играешь.
You're better than me at both.
Да ладно тебе.
Oh, come on.
Ади целый день тренировалась, пока меня дома не было.
You must have been practicing the whole time while I was away from home. Ollie burst out laughing. Her heart was warmed once again.
А как ты догадался?
How did you know?
Я сейчас знаешь, какая меткая. Считай, уже проиграл.
But I'm a good shooter now. You already lost.
Не на того напала. Включай скорее.
You picked the wrong fight here. Come on, turn it on. Alright. Time to play Tarkov or Ducks. What do you mean? Do I have options? Oh. I had Simeon's signet ring in my desk's drawer. Still unsure whether I did the right thing by stealing the crucial piece of evidence from the police. Then I relocated to my sister's room. Alright, easy there with your voice acting. Only I jumped towards the TV set and after flicking power switches, started blindly feeling around the backside of the photon and trying to plug the console's cabin into the antenna's inputs. Bits of TV shows were flashing on the CRT screen. When I armed myself... Is that Home Alone? The funny Home Alone? Okay, when I armed myself from a remote to look for the channel with the sought-after Dindy signal.
Что дома интересного происходило?
Did anything interesting happen at home? It was a mundane question for me. I didn't put any actual meaning behind it. Ollie's expression suddenly changed. She lost all of the childish nonchalantness she worked so hard to acquire before.
Оль, что-то случилось?
What happened, Olia? Hold on. My sister managed to put the cable in its place and started brushing off dust-covered hand. She was clearly looking for the courage to continue the conversation.
Мама,
Mom, she... Ollie went silent for a moment. I saw tears welling up in her eyes.
у нее опять был этот страшный.
She had the scary thing happen to her again. Sister looked at me with her wet eyes.
Приступ.
Need coffee? Yeah, I need to wake up. Even though I literally woke up from a 2-hour nap. I don't know why I'm sleepy. She had a fit, huh? It's happened before. There was a rare occasion now that we've moved into the godforsaken place. Mom's fits rose in frequency.
Папа принес большую рыбу.
Alright. This is the funny, what's it called? Fish sound from that meme. 2012 meme. Dad brought home a big fish.
В газету была завернута и пахло так.
It was wrapped in newspaper and had a foul smell.
А мама опять начала злиться. Потом взяла нож.
Mom got angry again and then took the knife. Ollie squirmed, looking fearfully out of the window.
Они начали громко ругаться. И
They started screaming at each other. I froze, imagining my little sister, small, unnoticeable, standing in the kitchen doorway. She was even trying to hide. Our parents just paid her no mind at all.
потом мама ударила.
And then my mom struck it. The fish?
Вот так.
Like this. Ollie moved her fist downward, imitating a strike.
Рыбу.
There you go. She hit the fish.
Она была живая тоже. Ей было больно. А мама...
It was still alive, Toja. It must have been in pain. And Mom. It was easy to imagine what happens next. The withering fish, with the blade between its fins, squirted some foul-smelling musk into Mom's face. Whenever death got this close to my mom, I bet it would be when a person was hit by a bus in front of us and their blood was smeared all over the windshield. Or when Grandma chopped off chicken head, Mom would always get into a weird, dreadful fit. What the heck? What the heck? Her eyes would roll over. She would fall on her face and, like a freshly cut tree, and started withering like an agonizing fish, shrinking over chairs and blurring out bits of scary sentences.
А папа, он ей помог?
What did Oh, what about Dad? Did he help her? Ollie shuddered. I was just remembering. Remembering it pained her.
Но вначале
Yes, but at first.
он засмеялся тоже.
He started laughing, Tosha.
Страшно, когда увидел, что маме плохо.
Epilepsy. Yeah, that was an epilepsy warning. He let out an evil laugh when he saw Mom was in trouble.
Потом вдруг
But then he cried. Ollie's story made me raise an eyebrow. It seemed like the force-using madness was not completely consumed our mom, but also infected our strong and courageous dad. I quickly stepped towards Ollie and locked her into a tight embrace. She dug her face into my chest so that I could feel my shirt becoming wet.
зачем они так издеваются друг над другом тоже?
Why are they bullying each other, Tosha?
Они сумасшедшие.
Are they crazy? I stuttered, unable to justify the actions of our parents. I had run out of words, but all I could do was hug Ollie even tighter. God damn it. I was not waiting for that. Ollie screamed and hid behind me.
Переключи скорей!
Turn off quick! No matter how many times she had saw this intro, she would always react the same. Just like when she saw that owl. I mean, I also got goosebumps every time the ghastly face appeared on the screen, so I immediately complied to my sister's request. What do you mean, ghastly face? Is this like a thing? Vid is a TV company logo depicting a ceramic head of a Chinese philosopher Guo Xiang, with a tree-legged toad on top of his head. It's instilled horror in the whole generation of the 90s kids in Russia. God damn. Why did you even choose that logo? God damn, that's not a bad one. Alright, oh, I can choose. No, I can only play. There's no options. Finally, the game selection screen showed up on the cartridge that was bundled with the console. Too bad most of the names here were just different levels of the same game. I picked up the gray rectangle controller and started looking around the pixel letters to find the familiar English for word duck. Alright. Background music from the menu soothed Ollie's mind as she asked in a calm voice.
А как твои дела в школе?
How are things at school?
Ничего хорошего.
Nothing good.
Школа новая, а достается мне по-прежнему.
School is new, but my treatment is the same.
Словно и не переезжали никуда. Задолбало.
As we never moved. I'm so tired of this. Before despair could lead me down its depressing road towards the clutches of oppressive thoughts, something evil wreathed deep inside my skull. Awakened wild and pleasant memories.
Хотя, знаешь, кое-что хорошее все же случилось.
Actually, something good did happen. I watched with hope-filled eyes as a wicked smile spread on my face, faintly resembling a wound from a box cutter knife.
Еще один мальчик пропал.
Another boy went missing.
Тоша, разве это хорошо? Почему ты так говоришь?
Tosha, what do you think that's good? Why would you say that? My sister's voice trembled when she looked into my eyes through the thick lenses.
Знаешь, а может, тот пропавший Вова сам виноват, что с ним это случилось?
You know, the other boy, Vova, maybe what happened to him was his fault.
Может, он совершил нечто настолько плохое, что не заслуживал жить.
Maybe it's something so bad that he no longer deserved to live.
Не будь таким жестоким, пожалуйста!
Don't be so cruel, please. Molly pressed her knees into her chin and hugged them with her hands, trying to take up less space, as she wanted to shrink, even disappear altogether. It was the only reasonable thing for us to do, go missing along all those broken toys. I never encountered evil parents or mad classmates. We're the only ones left to each other, the only ones who can protect, listen, and sympathize. Which means she's bound to listen to what I think about them all. The beasts pretend to be children, are so eager to bully the weak. It was my turn to speak.
Думаю, они не последние.
I think they won't be the last. My breathing quickens, my fingers start banging on the wood floor.
Такие люди, как они, недостойны жить, ходить с нами в одну школу,
People like them are not worthy of living, going to the same school with us.
смотреть на твой свет.
We're looking at your lights. My thoughts got tangled. They slipped away along with my calmness.
Тошенька, хватит! Ты меня пугаешь!
Don't stop it, you're scaring me.
Не бойся, я смогу тебя защитить.
Don't be scared, I can protect you. Shocked. Then I finally noticed that Olia was looking at me like I was a stranger.
Кто ты?
Who are you? That rage that welled up inside and subsided hid under the guise of my cowardliness, leaving me with the growing feeling of guilt and scaring my sister.
Оленька, прости, я не хотел.
Olia, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Видимо, я схожу с ума в этой школе.
I guess I'm just going crazy in that school. Yeah, just ignore the big red flags that I was just like throwing away. It's fine. You know, I said sorry. I said the funny word. She rushed to embrace me, barely holding back her tears.
Все хорошо, Тоша. Только, пожалуйста, пожалуйста, никогда так больше не говори.
Okay, it's okay, Tosha. Just please never say anything like this again.
Клянусь маминым сердцем.
I swear on Mom's heart. Only flashed me with a bitter smile.
А сам сказал, что так говорить нехорошо.
You told me that I shouldn't say that.
Ты права. Давай лучше играть.
You're right. Let's start playing already.
Только чур я первая.
It's a big gun. I go first. Am I gonna actually play? Wait. You said something about the mini games, right? Mini game. All right, I'll save. I want to like get good. Get bonked. Oh, I missed. Goddamn. Perfect.
Считай, это я тебе поддалась.
I was going easy on you here. Okay, let's see. Oh, it just skips to my thing. Oh, she's playing. Okay, my turn. What? All right. I'm gonna start actually. Wow, I'm missing. Stop. All right.
Это ты виноват, что я промазала.
Dude, it's your fault. I missed. All right. Final round. Oh my god. Can I take my time with this? I missed. I thought it was gonna like go back. My bad. Oh, they could go? God damn it. Oh my god. This is not good.
Неситова! Ты ближе к экрану стоял! Я с тобой так больше не играю!
This doesn't count. You were close to the screen. I'm not playing with you anymore. Alright, I was doing good. Even though I didn't do like 100% perfect like the first round, but god damn. I'm not good at shooter games. Plus, I'm gonna blame my computer because I don't see my cursor. I'm actually looking at the stream to do this. because like the cursor is like what's it called, invisible in my other monitor. My mom only managed to get through me on her first attempt. Anton, there's a call for you because I gave her the number. She's gonna call me. It's a girl. I sobered up in an instant and rushed down the hallway.
Не споткнись, смотри.
Watch your step. I grabbed the phone, pressing it to my chest, looking at my mom. She shrugged and went to the room, gathering the toys thrown around by Olya as she went.
Алло?
У твоей мамы такой молодой голос.
It's Polina, let's go. The 10 out of 10 from school is calling. This minigame has the hardest achievement to kill all the ducks. God damn, yeah, that was hard. Not gonna lie. Your mom was has such a young voice.
А, ну да. Она сама молодая.
Well, yeah, I mean, she is young.
Не мешаю?
Are you busy right now?
Нет, что ты.
No, of course not. Yeah, I was not doing anything at the moment. I was just like waiting for the call the whole day. If only she knew how costly this conversation could be for me. What risk I took on just answering this call. There were a pen and a shabby notepad laying on the nightstand. I picked them up and started moving the tip of the pen across the paper, producing chaotic doodles that always end up turning into hearts.
Я тут подумала, мне надо тебе сказать кое-что.
I've been thinking, I need to tell you something. I froze. It can't be. Does she like me?
В последнее время у тебя такой потерянный вид,
You've been looking so lost lately.
а сегодня в школе на тебе буквально лица не было.
When I saw you at school today, you were pale like a ghost. I couldn't find words. My heart was aflutter in anticipation.
Я хочу сказать,
I wanted to say, stay away from me. Just kidding.
я на твоей
Oh, that I'm on
стороне.
your side? Okay, nice. A smile was spreading on my face in anticipation for Polina's next words.
И мне тебя очень жаль.
And I feel so sorry for you.
Такие хорошие ребята, как ты, заслуживают большего.
Good guys like you deserve better.
Мне очень хочется верить, что однажды ты найдешь в себе силы дать отпор, и другие перестанут тебя задирать.
I want to believe that you'll find the strength to fight back at some point to the others and will stop picking on you. The pen fell out of my weak fingers. Is that what all going to say?
Может, даже девушку найдешь.
Maybe you'll even find a girlfriend. She sounded as if she was unsure of her own words.
Короче, знай, ты славный парень.
I just wanted to let you know that you're a nice guy. It was a total failure. Compassion instead of invitation to hang out.
Ты тут?
You there? Before I could reply, Ollie descended the stairs. She was holding some book in a pink cover, Encyclopedia of a Young Lady.
Ты долго еще?
He'll either get a girlfriend or become a furry artist. Yeah, that's the only two options he has. Will you take long? I covered the handset with my hand.
Я разговариваю.
I'm in the middle of a conversation.
Что случилось?
What happened?
Почитай мне, пожалуйста.
Read me a bedtime story, please.
Мама уснула.
Mom fell asleep.
Иди к себе, я сейчас.
Go to your room. I'll be there in a minute.
Только быстрее, ладно?
Just be quick, okay?
Ладно.
Fine. My last reply sounded excessively annoyed. I sighed, watching my sister running up the stairs.
Алло, Полина?
She already hang up.
Прости, мне надо бежать.
Oh my god, sorry, I need to run.
Представляешь, кое-кто втюрился в меня и теперь отирается у моих окон, требуя сходить с ним на свидание.
Can you imagine there's someone in love with me and he swoops about under my windows demanding to go on a date with me?
Пойду прогоню его, пока дедушка не проснулся.
I'll go chase him away before my grandpa wakes up.
Или, может, дать ему шанс?
Or maybe I should give him a chance. I bit my lower lip in jealousy.
Если интересно, расскажу тебе завтра.
I'll tell you tomorrow if you want.
Мы в конце концов друзья.
We're friends after all. Is he gonna cross her eyes or something? Oh my god, he did even worse. Friends at least. She didn't say we were besties. God damn. That's a very questionable thing to draw. Especially when we have the mitten, the ring, and then this. We're like a psychopath writing, what's it called? Our own path to jail.
Да, конечно.
Yeah, sure.
Добрый.
Good. The buzzer hammered at my brain. Dirty slut! An angry voice spoke through the teeth in my brain. God damn, bro. What is going on in your head? Like you're very unstable. The second you're like, oh, I'm in love, and the second be like, dirty slut? Really? Like a restless zombie devoid of consciousness, I dragged my feet up the staircase. I wish I could tell Dad, ask for manly advice, but he doesn't show up home until late at night because of his new job. My parents don't have the time for me, to put it lightly.
Ну, где твоя книжка?
Well, where's your book? I stuttered. The kid's room was empty.
Оль?
Olia? She probably stuck into my room. I started walking down the corridor. The room was infested with shadow. The blinds were wavering like there was someone hiding behind them. I smiled, sneaked toward the window, and threw open the curtains.
Попалась!
Gotcha! Don't tell me the furry friend of ours took Olia, because I'm gonna actually lose it. There was nobody behind the cloth. The window was TV screen showing winter scenery. The lamppost in the field of a couple walking figures in the middle of it. Elisa and Olia? I gasped and pressed my fist into my mouth, sinking my teeth into it. Elisa was leading Olia into the thicket. I needed less than a minute to hurriedly dress and rush out of the house. My heart was beating like a firing machine gun. The wind carried the cold, resinous smell of coniferous trees from the forest. Freezing air crackled somewhere in the field. Two shadows loomed in front of the gates. I could recognize them as my sister and the fox girl because of their heights. I went towards the fence, listening to the howling wind and squeaking snow. One of the figures moved slowly, glided towards the thicket like an ice skater. I slowed down and touched my glasses, trying in vain to adjust my vision to the surrounding darkness. Worry landed on my shoulder like a weightless snowflake. A snake woke up in my belly and started withering. I felt nauseous. I thought about my home, the flimsy fortress I'd left behind. I finally caught up to my sister, dressed only in a coat.
Оля!
Olia,
Видел лисичку?
have you seen the foxy?
Оля, зачем ты вышла на улицу?
Olia, why did you go outside?
Если мама узнает...
If Mom finds out... I stood frozen place, facing the taiga. She was in hand's reach, and I put my numb wrist on her shoulder for some reason, probably to make sure it wasn't a dream. God damn, stop! My heart. Can you stop jump scaring me, game? A pointy beak was directed at me, strewn with feathers that formed an owl face. Something wearing a bird mask was staring at me.
Ого, не узнает.
She won't. The voice sounded exactly like Olia, but there was somebody else hiding behind the feather in the carton. I sprinted away as I got whipped. The masked creature only pretended to be Olia to lure me out. I was running like crazy, drowning in snow. The house in front of me was rapidly growing. The yellow light in the windows granted me hope. My mom and my sister right there, my salvation. I couldn't hear anything from behind me, as if nobody was chasing me. Maybe it's because the owl can fly? I was already climbing the porch when I noticed another figure. Oh wow. From the snoot black shadow of my house, a scuffy wolf cub crawled out and stood in my way. Its movements were jerky, chaotic, as if it was performing some terrifying dance. Or convulsing during a stroke. Even though I could clearly see the wolf face was a mask, something in the werewolf's convolutions made me freeze in place. The boy in wolf costume rubbed his side against the porch post and fell to his knees. He bent his back so hard that I expected his spine to crack. This beast's eyes shone. Oh no, it's a furry festival. Get out of there. Yeah, we made it to the wrong side of the furry con. But he didn't attack. He kept crawling around and running on all fours. I shoved to my feet, mouth agape, trying to keep him in my line of sight. Something was tickling from the slit of the mask. Vicious drops fell from the wooden planks. Saliva. Some unknown force pushed me in the back, whimpering me to save myself. Oh no. The fence was flashing by the edge of my vision. I was running in another direction this time, towards the tree edge of the forest that smelled of pine. My heartbeat measured time. The wolfy boy growled behind my back as if he forgot his human nature. My right leg got stuck in a snow-laden cavity. I yanked it out, cursing under my breath, and fell to the ground. Plastering snow prevented me from standing up and propping myself against anything. But my unbound thirst for life helped me get out of that trap. Darkness was creeping closer, like a toxic fume of burial pyres. I ran again, gasping for air that stung my throat. My hair swayed in the wind. I lost my hat when I fell down. My ears were now hot and freezing cold while most of my body was still sweaty. The field finally ended. After realizing that running into the forest wasn't the smartest decision I could make, I dove into the line of trees. I ran without stopping, my face covered with one of my palms. I didn't want to lose my eyes to some random branch. Branches whipped my clothing, picked my skin like butchers that were herding a pig into the grinder. A knot of roots sprouting from the ground grabbed my foot. Thank you. I didn't want to hear you breathing for a long time. I rammed into the scratchy trunk, slid down in space, and looked around in panic.
Ух, какой ты быстрый!
Let's go! It's our furry friend again. Alyssa. Phew, you're so fast. My first desire was to dash toward her and hug her. I resisted and squeezed myself even tighter into the pine.
Что ты здесь делаешь?
You? What are you doing here?
Да вот.
This and that. She was holding the hat I lost.
Бюро находок подрабатываю.
Working part-time and lost and found.
Надевай, а то уши замерзнут, а потом, глядишь, и вовсе отвалятся.
Put it on or your ears will freeze and maybe fall off soon. She giggled. I squinted in suspicion and shifted my gaze back and forth between her and the hat, scared that Alyssa might be holding a severed head or something even more sinister. But in the end, my hat turned into just to be my hat. There's only one option to take it. I took it and pulled it over my forehead.
Тепло?
Feeling warmer? I didn't reply.
Там во дворе были какие-то дети.
There were some children in the yard.
И что, покусали тебя, что ли?
And? Did it bite you or something?
Нет.
No.
А чего же ты убежал?
Then why did you run away? The answer was obvious, but after rolling the thought in my tongue, I mumbled,
Не знаю.
I don't know.
Эх, обещала не обзывать тебя дурачком.
Ah, why did I promise to never call you a Dunes
А
again?
я обещание исполняю.
Oh well, I keep my promises. Oh my god, she looks so warm, not gonna lie. And she looks huggable. She's like, what's it called? If I'm not supposed to hug her, why is she looking like why is she hug shaped? She walked up to me and grabbed me by the elbow. This is my familiar aroma of mint, oranges, and blunt sparkles. I want to lean to Alyssa and savor the minute detail of her smell. Look at his face.
Сколько можно повторять? Со мной ты в безопасности.
How many times do I need to tell you you're safe as long as you're with me?
Я твой друг.
I'm your friend.
И они.
And they are too. I quickly turned around towards the place the fox was pointing to. Kids in masks appeared to be clearing it. At least they looked like kids since they were all pretty short. Oh wow. Look at them. A wolf boy, an owl girl, and a bear boy. They all huffed and gasped for air, clearly tired from running around. I thought you fell through the snow. Started digging around, but I couldn't find you.
Я не копал. Лень копать было.
And I didn't care enough.
А ну как получается? Если дурак, то бегай да копай.
You see, if you're dumb, you run around and
А
dig.
если умный, подожди, пока другие набегаются, накопаются и устанут.
And if you're smart, you wait until the others get tired of running around and digging,
Уж тогда заводи разговор.
then start talking.
Как я рад!
You're a rat!
Дегенерат!
Degenerate. Alright, alright.
А?
Не обращай внимания, он со странностями.
Don't mind him, he's a weirdo. I sit there, stupefied, my mouth agape and my hands dangling helplessly. I had no idea how to react to words from these late-night guests, but I managed to squeeze out something resembling a smile.
Вы просто меня напугали.
You just scared me, that's all. Yeah, look at them. They're all fine. They started looking at each other, and somebody even snorted as if something funny.
Лиса права!
Yes, the fox is right.
Это он.
He's the one.
Нет, это наш!
This is our. Have we finally found him?
Наш зайчик.
Our bunny. Yes, he looks the part. Okay, calm down, Wolf Boy. Wolf Boy started wagging a part of his costume like it was his tail in excitement.
Ну,
First,
конечно, ты первый.
of course, you were first.
Это волчик раньше всех почуял зайчика в тебе и рассказал нам.
Wolfie here was the first to sense the bunny in you. He told us about you.
Здравствуй.
Hello.
С нашей совушкой ты знаком не понаслышке. Не такая уж она и страшная, правда?
And he already met our Hootie before. Isn't that scary? Is she? Or she isn't that scary, is she?
Да, наверное.
I guess.
А этот улыбчивый бугай — медвежутка.
And this smiling big bear is Diddy.
Ты лучше с ним поласковее, а то голову откусит.
Be mindful with him or he'll chew you off your hand.
Зачем это?
What?
Да, смотрю, ты чувство юмора где-то обронил.
I see you've all dropped your sense of humor somewhere on the way here. I was still unsure if these particular little animals had the best intentions in mind, so I had my hands behind my back, trying to look away from the gaping holes in their carnival masks. Alyssa put her hand on her side in a theatrical manner, and somehow managed to wink with her fox mask.
Когда в следующий раз придем, будем звенеть в колокольчики, чтобы ты не так боялся нашего визита.
Next time we come, we'll ring the bells for you. That way, you'll be less scared of our visit. Do we even have any bells?
Чур, я звенеть не буду.
I won't be ringing.
У меня лапка болит.
My paw hurts. My smile was no longer fake.
О, зубы показал. Это добрый знак.
Ah, you showed your teeth. That's a good sign.
Не ожидала, что сможем тебя рассмешить.
I didn't expect you to find us fun.
Я думала, это под силу только Диснейленду.
How did you know about Disneyland? I thought it was the emotion reserved strictly to Disneyland.
Откуда ты знаешь?
Yeah, how did you know that?
Да так, прочитала кое-где.
I read about it somewhere.
Про меня?
You read about me?
Про клюв от воробья. Про Диснейленд яхонтовый.
Aren't you funny? No, about Disneyland, darling. You can read human?
Зря я, что ли, в школу хожу день ото дня.
Do you think I've been going to school every day for nothing? What do you mean, going to school? And then she sang and in a cocktish voice.
Как детей не замечать, как мечты их развенчать. Учат в школе, учат в школе, учат в школе. Крепко-накрепко вломить, с детства слабеньких чморить.
Alright, I was not waiting for this.
Учат в школе, учат в школе.
I didn't think it was this. There was a musical in here. Okay. Okay, my new acquaintances didn't seem scary anymore. On the contrary, they looked friendly and welcoming. There was something about them that attracted me. Just like this clearing, this moon, the snowflakes that fell backwards. Oh my god, I just noticed they are actually falling backwards. From the ground to the sky, as if someone rewinding a tape. The masked kids get close, and I felt their touch. They gave me a friendly taps, felt my clothes, as if checking whether I was real. There was no animalistic malice in their touch, only pure childish curiosity. For some reason, I thought to myself, I can trust them. Snowflakes just kept floating upwards.
Никто тебя больше не обидит.
Nobody will hurt you anymore.
Друг,
Friend.
пусть только попробуют.
Yeah, if even somebody tries to... The fox gave me a slight tug and burst out laughing.
Ну что, Тоша, убежишь с воплями или с нами пойдешь?
Well then, Tosha, will you run away screaming or come with us?
Куда?
Where to?
На аттракционы!
To the amusement park. Alright, I'm gonna go to the amusement park with them. They're the only friends I have. At the moment, Taiga's deceptive silence was broken by the sound of distant flute. Mesmerizing and alluring, it brought about the ring of crystal glass and whispers of fresh winter spring. If I had any doubts before, the flute's song shattered the last of them. I started following my new friends before I could even make my decision. My legs carried me on their own well. Is this an old version of the game? Yes. And the tunnels made pines step apart, bushes bowed in the front of our procession. Also, how do you know it was an old version? Is this like different? It didn't look dreamlike. Because even the clearing we ended up on, I only saw my dream. This melody was replaced. Is it like copyrighted or something? I think it's like a good one. It's not bad. The flute soared up in the treetops like some fantastical bird. The snowflakes slotted up in a spiral. The moon painted trees, branches with silver. At least I gasped in amazement. I was also in awe. I tilted my head backwards as far as I could.
О, красиво как.
Hooch, what a sight.
Очень красиво.
It's so beautiful. Wolfie howled in agreement.
Это мелочи.
This is nothing.
Я покажу гораздо
I can show you
больше,
much more,
если захочешь.
if you want. I did want. I wanted to see what the fox girl saw in her eyes, hidden in the semi-dark of her cape. Now I didn't feel weird about these masked kids. I felt weird for being the only one without a mask. But I have one. I felt like I was naked in January winds.
Скажите, а зачем вам маски?
Why do you wear these masks? I was trembling. I wasn't scared. My trembling was caused by the cold. It originated from the peculiar anxiousness, the anticipation of something amazing.
А тебе зачем?
And why do you ask? I touched my cold cheek.
Но я без маски.
I'm not wearing one.
Обожаю человеческие сказки.
I love human tales.
Человеческие
Human nails?
ласки.
Человеческие
Human fails.
дрязги.
Я же говорила,
I've already told you.
все жители поселка носят маски,
All the villagers wear masks.
только скрываются за ними отнюдь не люди.
It just won't find anything human underneath them.
И даже я?
Even me?
Ты такой рассеянный, Антон.
You're so clumsy, Anton.
Однажды мы уже нашли твои очки.
We've already found your glasses once already.
И шапку.
And your hat. And I have the money. Oh, I knew it.
Настоящее лицо.
And your real face. Damn. Look, the mask was holding out to me. The money mask that looked like a silver ingot under the moonlight. I was curious to see the world through its slits. Give me the thing. I don't care. I don't want any other option. Give me the thing. Suddenly, finding its way through the flute's melody, I thought came to me. The glasses they found were Simeon's possession. My new acquaintances must have known what happened to him. Or even worse.
А куда подевался Семен? Что с ним стало?
And where did Simeon disappear to? What happened to him? Isn't he the bear? That's what I was thinking.
И с остальными детьми.
And the other children. The bear and the owl looked at each other. The wolf curled into a ball, and the fox lowered its pointy nose in her mask.
Тот, кого держали в клетке.
The one who was kept in a cage.
Тот, кто режет мелко-мелко.
The one who cuts into little pieces raw.
Тот, кто носит кожаное лицо, забрал их.
The one who wears a skin face took him.
Умел бы я креститься, перекрестился бы.
If I knew how to cross myself, I'd do it.
Хотите сказать, это был человек?
So you're saying he was a human?
Чем ты только слушал?
Weren't you listening to us?
Разве можно назвать такого, как он, человеком?
How can you call someone who, like him, human?
Одно слово. Взрослый.
No! God damn it. Due to conflict with the composer, he's struck Let's Plays. There shouldn't be such problems now. The melodies are protected by the label. Oh, alright. Thank God. There's just another word for him. An adult.
В мире взрослых
It's so
так легко потеряться.
It's so easy to get lost in adult's world.
Убийцы, жестокие дрессировщики и равнодушные родители.
Killers, cruel animal trainers, and cold parents.
Лучше об этом вовсе не думать, чтобы не грустить.
If you don't want to get sad, better not think about them.
Не знаю, как вам, а мне печалиться совсем не хочется.
I don't know about you, but I definitely don't want to be sad.
И я сегодня какой-то не грустный.
Somehow, I'm not sad today.
Антон, а ты?
How about you, Anton?
Huh?
Huh? I was lost in thought, staring at the pines, trying to pinpoint the location of the flute. I was sure that person who played it was standing right behind the piney stockade. Someone tall, going over the holes in the flute like their long fingers.
Так что, сядем тосковать или займемся отдыхом?
What now? Are we gonna sit and be sad or have some fun?
Алиса хотела что-то показать.
Eliza wanted to show me something.
Давай начнем с самой сладкой части программы.
Let's start with the sweet stuff. The fox girl took a handful of candy from her pockets and handed them to each of the kids. Cover shuffled, the smell of pineapple, cocoa, and melon wafted through the air. Oh! What do you do with your finger? The last treat is chocolate-covered waffle candy. Elisa put her right into my mouth. My tongue was engulfed in spiciness. I felt like my body was covered in fur and small sparks were running along it. I chewed the waffle in chocolate and gulped it down, enjoying the vivid taste.
Спасибо.
Thanks. My gratitude was barely audible because my lips were already touching the inside of the mask. I don't know how much. Notice how I put it against my face. The papier-mâché was warm. The mask stuck to my skin, giving it a nice prickle. The kind when you dive into a hot bath after being outside in winter. When you lie there and purr from the soapy water.
Говорила же, это твое!
See, I told you, this is yours.
Моё.
Mine?
Чего стоим? За нас веселиться никто не будет.
What are you waiting for? The fun won't have itself.
И то верно.
You're right. The melody kept swirling in the field like a hurricane. I couldn't wait to release the energy of the heat that was enchanting music was filling me with. What the heck? The owl jumped and disappeared into the sky. I heard her laughter from somewhere above, and then she landed back, huffing and sighing.
И ты так можешь. Попробуй.
You can do it too. Give it a try. I followed suit. Oh, finally, we're gonna be Bun Bun? Yeah, let's go! We are the Bun Bun. My feet tore off the ground and flew towards stars like a rocket and screamed from happiness after seeing my friends down below. A typical furry festival in a taiga in the 90s, yes. Finally. The wind helped me fly. It felt like I was jumping on a huge trampoline. Oh wow. The stars looked like a vivid sparkles that I could reach up and lick up. The moon was getting closer, and then I plunged. I got scared that I'd break my legs for a moment, but my soles landed softly on the ground, and I regained my balance.
С нами ты в безопасности.
You're safe with us.
И все твои мечты станут явью.
And all your dreams can come true. I was gonna say, I think I have my shit laced. I'm tripping.
Я так счастлива наконец обрести тебя.
I'm so happy that I finally found you.
Зайчик.
Bunny! Also, hello, Sunshine Pants. Hey, yo, how you doing? In a fit of merry laughter, I realized the most important thing. These four are not a threat. My real enemies, and I felt that there was every single hair on my mask. Were those who knew nothing about magic. Humans from the village. I also realized how alive my surroundings have become. I heard the dry grass under the snow moan. I saw faces of trees and stars. The trees were smirking and the stars were grimacing in fear. Oh my god. That's right, be scared. I'll jump up to you, and I sunned my teeth and let out a jubilant laugh, jumping up with the fox. Are we gonna reject humanity? Yeah, we are. Let's go! We're having fun! We flew higher in the tallest pines and stayed in the air. Beheld from Berserk, the moon? Yeah, it was the thing. It was like the red thing. I swirled, Alyssa followed my rhythm. I knew she was smiling, so I smiled too. And the flute just kept playing, carrying us higher and higher.
Эй, тебя что, заколдовали?
Hey, did someone put a spell on you? Oh, am I in class? Am I dreaming? Oh my god, I was... God damn it. Just punch her in the face. Get out of here. I was having a fun dream. End of episode 3. Alright, there was someone standing next to me. I thought, trying to unglue my chin from the desk. Look at... Is it, it's, what's it called? Espelina, I need this. My fox is kind of homeless. It's like the speeds, look. Why am I smiling like that? Muscle felt slightly sore, but the feeling was pleasant. Never mind, next time? What do you mean next time? The whole class was wandering about for some reason, whispering and passing notes to each other. The phrases looked discolored mess to me, bleak and boring. I yawned. Remember the time I was soaring high above the forest, with Alyssa by my side, laughing and squeezing my hand. Perhaps no. Probably it was all just a dream. Because I didn't walk back from the forest, just woke up in bed on a normal morning with tea and medicine. Still, I was hardly worried about trying to find a rational explanation for my night dance. The feeling of flight was much more important. The knowledge of how it feels be hanging in the air above the treetops of majestic pines and baring my teeth to the moon.
Прости, задумался.
Sorry, I was lost in thought. Also, there's 3 people this time. There's not even 2. So maybe the guy with the knife disappeared. Sorry, I got lost in thought.
Слышал уже про Катю?
Have you heard about Katya? Let's go! Please tell me she's gone. Please tell me, please. Please. Please, I'm begging you. You can't see me, but I have like my hands up. Please tell me, please. Please tell me she's gone.
Huh?
Huh? I glanced at the empty seat in front of me.
Катя пропала.
Let's go! Katya is gone. Katya went missing. My sleepiness was gone in an instant. I frowned in suspicion.
Как пропала? Быть не может.
What do you mean? It can't be. Alright. Katya's, Smirnova, 12 years old, grade 6B, was last seen during the day on January 23rd at the schoolyard. Identifying features: 155 centimeters tall, green eyes, light brown hair, lean built. She was dressed in fur hooded coats, a knitted hat with pom-pom, a white scarf and gloves. Special identifier features: wears a strawberry-themed scrunchie. If anybody information of Katya's whereabouts, call the information below. Alright. We're gonna be Bunny next time, one day I believe. Hopefully. Ah, thank you for completing. Oh, god damn it. This is why it's like an old version. I only have episode 3. We're deeply grateful to everyone who purchased the game in early access. All the profits will go towards further development of the game. It's better to update the game. There will be few changed melodies, and at least no one will touch your videos. It's a new playthrough or the same one? The manga about the Katya is on Steam. Oh, okay. Alright. Alright. Hold on. I'll open the Steam. Oh, let's go. Now we have them all in the menu thing. Oh, all this very old version of the game? Yeah, it is. Don't worry about it. But I need to do the update if there's like other things in there. Let me go. Let me do this. All right. I'm gonna put on some music and get this out of here. How do you know that much about the game? They're a true fan of the game. I'm sure they came here to the stream and be like, oh, I know a lot about the game, so I'm gonna share some knowledge. And I'm okay with that. I want to know about the game. It's very fun. I need to see. I'm from Russia. I like history. And games. That's also an option. But yeah, that was episode 3. Let's go. So there's like episode 4. Is this what you're telling me? Hold on. Please don't break. LOL. LOL, привет. Yes. We're gonna end the stream early, and is that lol? Is that lol in Russian? Alright, hold on. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end early if there's like nothing else I can do at the moment. Yeah, because updating or doing anything in Steam at the moment is gonna kill my computer. I'm already losing frames. All right, gonna raid someone. Yeah, I'm gonna actually. Hold on, let me go Twitch. Let me see if there's somebody. I can actually play something else, but you know, I do be silly. Okay, there is Fennecans, they're playing a game, and there's Rose Gold's Den playing Vampire the Masquerade, which is, I think, the one I'm gonna go for. Unless somebody is playing Tiny Bunny, and that's gonna be an option as well. Yeah, finally we got to hang out with the Fox girl. Even though it was like for 2 seconds. But there's somebody else playing the game. They're like, oh, they're in the first levels. They're in like the first episode, I think. And they have the same hat as the guy. And they're only Russian. Okay, you guys are gonna have fun then. Let's raid them. Even though I'm sure they're not gonna understand why we raid them. Well, let me open their thing on the next thing. I don't know how to say their name. Is it just okay, I'm not gonna try it. I'm not gonna try. Well, let's rate them. They're playing Tiny Bunny, and they're on the first encounter with the Fox Lady. Are being abandoned? No, we're just rating. We're gonna watch the game like from the start of episode 1, even though we're episode 3, and hopefully if I update the game, I'm gonna like play the episode 4. But it depends. It depends. Hey, thank you so much, Jorms. I'm gonna say that. Oh, they're playing in Russian and in Russian at the same time, so they don't understand English. So I'm just gonna like pretend I understand. All right, don't tell them. Don't tell them I don't understand. But I'll see you guys later. Take care, and thank you for watching the funny haha stream. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Такой очень высокий.
Конечно! Лисам среди людей не выжить.
Плюс еще вот это вот какое-то механическое эхо.
Пока они лисы.
Шутки у нее тоже чудные. Как и карнавальная маска, всего лишь папье-маше с наклеенным мехом. Собака напомнила о себе звонким лаем. Я отстегнул клапан рюкзака. Папа иногда подбрасывал мне